Good evening, race fans. Welcome into race 11 of 15 and the first race of the LSRL Xfinity Series playoffs for the round of 12. The American 150 here at Rockingham. Throwing it back tonight. Throwback paint schemes will be all over the racetrack. Here with my co-commentator, Art. How we doing tonight?
I'm real excited to be here at The Rock. Where, as you said, the first round of playoffs. Points don't necessarily get, wiped, but Whitley only has a 6-point advantage right now.
Let's go ahead and get you right into the on-track action after briefly describing the race information. 2 laps qualifying, 150 lap main event, 40 laps will be the stage break. Fuel capacity 70%, estimated fuel run of 55 to 61 laps, 5 total sets, 1 starter, 4 in the pits, 0 fast repairs, and 3 green-white checkers. Let's get you in to qualifying as Whitley is at the top of the board on his lap. In his throwback 77 paint scheme, 24.99 his second lap. Not able to improve 25.07. Randy Arms in the 8 machine. See, he's able to improve. And he is 24.89. Randy Arms puts it on provisional pole. Still got a couple of playoff contenders yet to set their lap times. Nathaniel Landwehr, let's go on board with him. As he sets out on his first lap. As he's actually right up against the wall, into the wall. First lap won't count. He's got one more to get it right. Michael Davis goes 7th, Kyle Ritchie 6th.
Jonathan Schwartz currently P15 on his second lap.
Mike DeWalt still waiting to set his lap. Actually, that lap did count for Landwehr. I thought he got into the wall good enough to get that 0x contact. But he's fighting the car. They're at a 2. All the way down the back straightaway. Not going to be a good second lap either for Landwehr. Schwartz does improve.
Yeah, managed to get top 5 currently.
25.41 on the first lap. 25.29, so some slight improvement to 13th. Only man left is Mike DeWalt to set his timed lap. He's got one more remaining, and with just under 2 minutes, he will have plenty of time to complete it. 9th on his first lap, 25.15. 3 and 4 for the final time. Mike DeWalt currently in the 9th position in the number 9. He'll cross the line on his second lap. He does improve from a 25.15 to a 25.14, but he'll stay P9. And Joseph Murata just hanging out in victory lane.
Only car on track, though.
Get a good shot there of him just parking it in victory lane.
You can't park there. You can if you win the race.
That's true. So let's quickly show you the points as they came into your playoff opener. Mark Whitley, Randy Arms, Nathaniel Landwehr, Samuel Demien would be the 4 that go through if nothing else happened. William K. Price, Michael Davis, Jonathan Mazzella, Mike DeWalt, Ryan Taylor, Kyle Ritchie, Casey Brown, and Zach Scare. And if you're wondering where are the likes of Jonathan Schwartz and Josh Thaxton and James Goodwin, who had earned playoff spots, they opted out of their spot because they will be missing one of these 4 races and felt like their spot should go to somebody else that has a better shot of progressing to the next round. So some shakeups there, yep. Make sure that I didn't miss anyone yet. Schwartz, Thaxton, and James Goodwin have opted out because they will be missing at least 1 race in the 4-race sprint to the round of 4. We are just about ready to rock and roll here. It's Randy Arms on pole. Mark Whitley starting just alongside of him. Let's quickly give you another look at the total point standings. There's the field of 12. The 3 that opted out had their points resetted, so they're way kind of out of whack. But here is the whole point standings list so far this season. All the way down to Anthony Thompson on 1 point.
I think I might know who my favorite throwback scheme might be.
Who would that be?
Eric Shields. I love me a good Valvoline scheme, especially a throwback to Mark Martin, at least in my opinion.
Ooh. That is a strong contender. I fancy the Casey Brown number 98 machine. Myself.
I like it. It's actually personalized because it's not Home Depot. It's Henry repeating arms.
Right. Let's take you through the field of Randy Arms, Mark Whitley, Corey Blevins, Casey Brown, Jonathan Shorts in the Pennzoil machine. That's a good one.
The 21, Samuel Demian, looks really good.
That he does. Mike DeWalt, Davis, there's Eric Shields, Mazzella, James Goodwin, a strong contender, Daniel Landwehr and Scarbo, Roddick, Quisenberry in a good one, Tiller.
Ooh, Randy using that. I'm pretty sure that's a junior throwback.
Joseph McGill, Zach Scare, William Bowman, Brandon French, don't believe he is here. So 21 cars. Who's your pick doing tonight, Art?
Give me Glenn Murphy Jr., P6.
All right, give me Mark Whitley.
I mean, it's the safe bet.
It's literally right over half the time.
I mean, Schwartz has gone 2 in a row.
That he has.
I didn't pick him. I picked Glenn Murphy Jr. because I know the talent that he has.
Pace car makes the hard left-hand turn. We're ready to throw down at the rock. And we are green.
Ooh, 27 got squirrely. Gonna be a big split. We're 3 wide. Jonathan Schwartz, bottom 3.
Oh, already contact. And there goes. I believe that was Corey Blevins. Holy cow. Mike DeWalt involved as well. Already on the first lap. Taking a look at what happened there. And he just got the lightest of contact there, but that, I believe, was started from Corey Blevins. Let's take another look here. You said they were 3 wide going off into 1. We come back and they're wrecking.
I mean, that's what I saw.
But he got bogged down, did not get off to a good start. Shorts takes him 3 wide, and it's almost like Casey Brown comes down. There's a whole mishap there. Misjudged from a couple of guys there.
I'm going to go on a limb. Casey Brown probably thought he had more room to the inside to come down.
But, yeah, because you can see where Randy was running. And Blevins obviously is running up a little bit because he has a 3 wide call, so he's not all the way down on the yellow. Casey Brown probably doesn't know that. Well held, though, not to come back up into traffic. Mike DeWalt might need a new set of tires, but it could have been a whole lot worse for everybody. And with that, though, Mark Whitley does take the lead of the race from Randy and all of that. So we do have our first lead change of the race, the 5-time winner. We'll take the first restart of the night. In the first position, if you see on the top of your screen, The drivers highlighted in purple are your playoff contenders, so they are easily identifiable. And they are fighting for the round of 4. So we're going right from 12 to 4, so it's going to be ultra competitive, these next 4 races. As we go from Rockingham to Talladega, the ultimate wild card, and then to Atlanta and Auto Club to set the field for Las Vegas at the end of February.
I can't believe I didn't realize we were going to Talladega in the playoffs. And next week.
It's going to be a good time.
I'm going to be putting my money on Ryan Tiller next week.
Talladega, you can put your money on anybody and come out a winner. We got to get through 147 more laps here. We did not even get to the back straightaway yet, so we'll have to see if we can do that on this restart. 21 drivers on track, all on the lead lap. So they work their way back to turn number 3. 50 miles an hour. Mark Whitley, the control car. Back to green flag racing, lap 5. Pace car makes that hard left-hand turn. And we're underway. Off to a great start. Randy should be clear, but side by side for 3rd, Casey Brown and Jonathan Schwartz. First time off turn 2 for the field. Looks like they will be all okay.
No 3 wide attempts yet. Oh. Michael Davis, he was getting pretty close with the line as they were running about mid-pack.
This is a track that probably a couple of these guys haven't visited in quite a while. They have to settle in, find a rhythm. It's a very unique track, very aged. A lot of bumps all over this racetrack, so got to be careful of that and mindful. You can try and throw it on the bottom, make it stick, but the momentum tends to be on the high side of the racetrack. We're seeing here, almost all the way up against the wall. And then doing a late apex out of turn number 2.
I wonder how long it might take for people mid-pack and beyond to figure this out. Willie's riding up on the high side. Everyone else is going to the bottom.
It's definitely not single file throughout this field. There are different ways to set up and approach a pass.
Damian caught the wall. Sorry, Damian caught the wall on the backstretch there. I was wondering what was happening. He was coming up above, like off the apron.
You can see there, Schwartz, he's trying to make that bottom work through 1 and 2. Through the rear chase here from Whitley. 0.4 of a second over Randy Arms. They flip-flop in the lead. Nathaniel Landwehr, your biggest mover so far, +6. Jonathan Mazzella, that's Landon Quisenberry. Loose off of 4. He doesn't hit anything. No caution. We're all good. The battle for the lead heats up. It'll be hard to pass. You're going to have to pick your spots. Maybe use a little bit of strategy on pit road. Like you're saying, Mazzella's up +5, Landwehr +6. Corey Blevins down 7, but he had that spin lap 1, turn 1. Just trying to recover from a little bit of left rear damage that we saw in the replay, but it looks like it got buffed out. A little bit of net code. Side back here, it's Eric Shields, Zach Scare, Mike DeWalt trying to recover. He had to take evasive action, spun down to the inside of that turn on that one wreck. He's down 8 spots in 17th. Got a lot of work to do to get back into this thing.
Yeah, this track can be very unforgiving on tires, so those early spins are not going to be fun to deal with.
And
He's going to have to fight.
He did not waste a set. He's going to rough it out here till the stage. Kyle Ritchie, he's up one spot to the 6th position ahead of Mazzella, trying to hang on, trying to track down Casey Brown to break into the top 5. Let's go on board with Mr. Deming here as he rides in the 9th position. See just how bumpy it is through the onboard. These guys back here started navigating towards the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to get a good run off of turn number 2. Oh, he's loose there, though, into the wall. Definitely different approaches. They're still feeling things out here in the early going. Could go on board with Randy. He's going to the bottom, but Mark Whitley consistently running that high groove near the wall. It's got him the race lead turn. Side by side's pretty difficult here, especially off of turn number 2. We see either a lot of cars pound the outside wall, they're too tight, or they're really loose off. They spin down to the inside. It's just kind of a matter of how the car's handling what the drivers have pushed in either the right front or the right rear. So coming off turn number 2 side by side with somebody is usually a risky game. Don't call it Thunder Alley for a reason.
I mean, it's a little risky even without someone beside you. We saw Sam Demian get up there real close to the wall that time. He's already flirted with it once. Ooh, and he does it again. He is beating that wall.
That turn 2 wall comes at you quick, especially once those tires start to fall off just a little bit. Now he's under pressure from Corey Blevins down the back straightaway. Field out of 4. A couple different approaches there. Demian loose off of 2. Not able to take advantage of it yet. From the mindset of Blevins, if you've seen a guy that's knocked the wall down twice and he's a little bit loose, you definitely want to get by him. You probably think you're going to be a little bit quicker than him on the long run. Ooh, just behind there, that I believe is Ryan Tiller taking advantage of the mishap from James Goodwin. He got in the wall out of turn number 2. Tiller up 6 spots in the 23 machine.
While that was happening, Landwehr is sitting here trying really hard to get around Mazzella. He made contact with the apron through 3 and 4, get a lot of his momentum there, but he seems really... he wants to get around this.
Demian almost into the wall there again at a turn 2 right behind that. He looks like he's fighting a tight handle and race car early on. Right up against the wall here on the exit for some of these guys.
5 machine was very loose out of 2 that time.
Casey Brown, Kyle Ritchie going at it. And Casey Brown will complete that pass. The 5 machine really loose. That's brought Mike DeWalt to his back bumper. It's an underrated throwback scheme, I gotta be honest, for the 9 and Mike DeWalt. It's pretty solid. Ooh, there's a little contact there on entry, maybe. Looks like DeWalt gave him a break there. So we are halfway through. Stage here tonight. Both cars sliding up through the corner. was contact made. Looks like Joseph McGill brought the 69 machine down pit road.
Oh, Richie smacks the wall entering 3.
He's still carrying some speed, though. He's challenging Casey Brown, trying to crack back into the top 5, despite that contact. Zella, Landwehr, close to this battle as well.
Landwehr had to lift very heavily through 1 and 2. He was coming up on the 41 there. Car was not sticking to the bottom.
This is kind of this hornet's nest right now. Just ahead of this, Glenn Murphy Jr. started 6th, settled into 4th, keeping tabs on Jonathan Schwartz. It's kind of a Randy Arms v. Mark Whitley. Stop if you've heard that one before. They are nearly 3 seconds ahead of 3rd place.
Let that happen.
Run off the top side here, maybe try a crossover move. And then a real estate there to make it stick there. On the high side again. Trying to wind up that momentum. Find a way around that 98. Further back, here's Tony Scarbo, William Bowman, Shields, and Zach Scare going at it. 4 cars under a blanket. Just outside the top 15. Two Valvoline cars pretty close on track. That could cause some chaos for the spotters. They are nearly identical. Some of the font a little bit different, but
Number of colors are different.
It's a little busy day in the spotters stand, though. As Kyle Ritchie, he got back by Casey Brown. So he'll try and break away from this pack. He's up 2 spots. He's had some solid speed since the drop of the green flag. Right up against the wall. This is a very interesting racetrack to bring these guys to for the playoff opener. It's not a track that's visited a lot anymore in the, obviously, official schedules. Because NASCAR doesn't run here anymore in real life. But they come here from time to time. But it's something you kind of have to relearn. And it's a different style of driving compared to most cookie-cutter tracks that we go to mile-and-a-halfs. It's a different ball game here as there's Michael Davis going to the inside. 3.
Yeah, it's sad that we don't have our resident, Rockingham expert Corbin here. His only claim to fame was like 3 ARCO wins at Rockingham when we first joined service.
It's a fun little track. You can get into a solid move. Shame we don't race here in real life anymore, but what can you do?
ARCO petition.
Hey, I mean, it's putting on some solid racing right now.
Hey, they took us back to Wilkesboro.
Bring back The Rock, but not for the WrestleMania 40 minute.
We want Rockingham.
We want Rockingham. These guys are going at it, and the margins are so fine here. There's Demian in the wall again. A lot of points lost on the table here if something goes wrong for one of these drivers, so margin of error not high whatsoever. Goes from 12th really to 5th, separated by 1.8 seconds. That's nothing here at Rockingham. They have catching the lap car. Joseph McGill, he spent 4 minutes on pit road, then he came out. Many laps now. Still 20 cars on the lead lap. We got 5 to go next time by in the stage.
Landwehr almost bump drafting down the front stretch.
That's something you don't see a whole lot at Rockingham. I'll be honest with you there.
Not sure if he was trying to unsettle the 41 of Mazzella into the corner or if it was just natural.
go on board here with Tiller. Show you what he sees as everyone's searching for grip, trying to get into the stage points if they can. Currently he sits P12. Not a whole lot of time left, but if something happens, if there's a bobble or a problem up ahead, we'll be there to pounce. Lap traffic just ahead as well with McGill. They're side by side there with Joseph Murat. He's around the outside as they head off into turn number 1. That's a big send there from the 5. Looks like he's made it stick for now. And he did. He took that spot right back, 11 in the wall. Chasing in 24. He's probably pretty happy he's able to get a little bit of breathing room coming to the stage break. Don't have to worry about it. Battle, though, for P3 is on. Glenn Murphy Jr. has caught Jonathan Schwartz. 2 laps left in the stage. All Mark Whitley out front, 2.4 seconds over Randy Arms. He comes to start the last lap. And Randy Arms, 5 seconds ahead of third place. These two are at a blistering pace. And it was that high line that was working for this 77 machine with a late apex out of turn number 2.
These are the kind of situations where you know those graphs that people make of like where drivers would finish if the race went green without stages for actual NASCAR races?
Yes.
I would love to see one of those for Mark Whitley and Randy.
Wins the stage. Looks like Schwartz will hold him off for third. Back down to 10th is Damien. Yellow is out as he crosses the line. Only one caution in the first stage. It was on the first lap. They cleaned it up after that, put on a really nice show. And we'll be right back after we reset the running order for this round of stage pit stops with some quick words from the incredible sponsors of the LSRL Xfinity Series. shout out to Wilder Graphics, Butt Kicker, Sim Racer Hub, the Cleaning Authority, their wonderful support of the LSRL Xfinity Series. Mark Whitley retains the lead after this pit stop under yellow. Joseph McGill got the wave around / lucky dog, whatever you want to call it. So he was the only car lap down, and everyone else pitted anyways, so we'll get one lap back. Here for the restart, lap 46. Could be a one stop to the end. We'll see how these guys want to manage it. Could be the final restart of the night.
I mean, if that's the case, Mark Whitley, I believe, has the chance to probably lap almost up to the top 5. If he keeps the pace that he had for, the first 40.
Now we're into the marathon. Pace car takes the hard left-hand turn. Flagman,
he's gone.
And he is gone. Demien loose off the start.
You got fresh tires. You got some 3 wides. Pushing James Goodwin down the backstretch.
Side by side right off the bat. It is Whitley that leads by 0.2 of a second over Randy Arms. Glenn Murphy Jr. settles into third.
DeWalt sideways. He's able to save it. He's going to be losing out there.
Yeah, he really never had a chance to get settled in, obviously, with the lap one. Yeah.
Got some smoke.
That's him again.
No, ahead of him. I think something happened with a 41 machine.
So, Zella.
Ooh, yeah, he got back of Kyle Ritchie. Kyle Ritchie was the one smoking.
Oh, yeah. And then he blinks out. Yeah, he definitely gets into him there. Holy cow. What a save from Kyle Ritchie. Get that thing cranked to the right. We know Mazzella got into him to begin with, but credit for not running him over a second time. Casey Brown into the wall to avoid it. Then he blinks out. Now we're back here in the Hornet's Nest again. Ritchie's still hanging tough despite scorching his tires up right on the initial restart. See how long he's able to hang on. Michael Davis was the real beneficiary of all that.
You got a 3 wide. Damien was peeking to the inside of Casey Brown.
Top 5 says, thank you very much. We're going to go ahead and check on out. I'll figure this out. Michael Davis does get clear. Kyle Ritchie's going to be kicking himself. There's Quisenberry around again. Oh, Joseph McGill! What on earth? No caution. Oh. And now the caution's out.
What?
And that, I mean, that kind of just sums up,
Ooh.
That's got to sum up Quisenberry's season right there. I mean, that's it.
Oh, that's just unfortunate. McGill got hit from behind. I think he was slowing down, expecting a caution to come out.
And he goes upside. I mean, his race is done now. Engine is blown there.
I'm surprised they brought out the caution once he got going.
Oh, that was Eric Shields. Yeah, I didn't even see that on first glance. I just saw the smoke from the 75 machine. I didn't even know that he got hit. I thought he lost it. But, yeah, nothing the 69 could have done there. Let's go on board here with Eric Shields.
Ooh, got strategy.
Ooh.
Yeah, Glenn Murphy Jr. and Nathaniel Landwehr both coming in. Mazzella, Demien, Tiller, Blevins.
And it was just the slightest touch, too. It really was. Shields, I don't think, expected a big enough check up there. He saw that the smoke was down off the bottom. And, I mean, he just barely touches him. But on corner exit, car still a little bit unstable. I mean, I don't even know if it gave any damage to the 75, I'll be honest. So this is what initially starts it anyways. Quisenberry gets into the 24. Tries to lock it down, does a nice job. Oh, he is going to get some damage from that. It almost looked like nothing had happened, but... yeah, I mean, this is just... yeah, that's just the 75 season. I mean, he's had no luck whatsoever. As a car flips himself off. My goodness.
I feel like it's been a while since we've seen a flip in LSRL.
It definitely has been a while. So, yeah, like you said, the strategy, the top 9 have stayed out. So we have effectively split it. Yeah, and it really didn't look so bad on first glance. But I imagine that the steering might be messed up in that left front, because that's what took the brunt of the impact there. But it doesn't look... I mean, it doesn't look terrible from, you know, an outsider's perspective. Patrick Starr will tell you the story, I guess. But he is still on pit road. For 2 minutes and then it disappears, because then you got some problems after that. So 19 cars on the racetrack. All on the lead lap. McGill's day is done. Blown engine, he will not be returning. Quisenberry might return if he can get his damage fixed. Don't know how much he has. Well, there's no Kevin LePage here, at least not in that aspect. Everyone here is squeaky clean.
I think Corbin's the LePage.
He's not even here.
Exactly. Was LePage ever really there?
Good point.
Or was he just a figment of our imagination?
Okay, well, LePage can't hurt you anymore. Lights are off on top of the pace car. We're going back racing lap 56. A little bit of a mixed up field here. A couple laps on tires from the top 9. We'll see how they manage. Tires are very important here. We'll see how big of a difference 9 laps makes if they can get a long run here. Look for Glenn Murphy Jr. to be the first one on tires trying to charge through. Murata almost spun his tires. He did spin his tires.
Oh, they're wrecking. 59 Scarbo around into the wall.
Facing the wrong way. Is that smoke? It is. Engine blown. What in the world happened? That's just because of the checkup. He checked up. 24 wasn't able to in time down to the inside wall, and that just feels excessive that it would blow the engine. He instantly tows to pit road. His day is done. It's all because of a checkup on old tires. Spun the tire. Joseph Murata, 4 or 5 rows back. Randy Arms into the wall. Here comes the guys on fresh tires. Glenn Murphy Jr. looking to the outside of Mike DeWalt in the 9. This is for 7th place. Fastest lap of the race goes to Mark Whitley, 24.72. He might have got a piece of the wall there, honestly, in 1 and 2.
Eric Shields is falling really hard right now. That car is not up to speed.
He's got some sort of problem. I don't see any visible damage, but here he's bringing that 27 machine down pit road. Something clearly amiss on the Valvoline machine. Back up front, 3-car breakaway. 17 cars will lead that back down to Zach Scare. This is battle on track right now. Mike DeWalt, Nathaniel Landwehr. Landwehr on fresh tires. DeWalt isn't though, so DeWalt dropping a little bit here. Those are a couple of the other guys that pitted on lap 42. They're losing out to the guys that pitted on lap 52. here comes Glenn Murphy Jr. He could be on the winning strategy. Depending on how the rest of this race plays out. Next closest guy on fresh tires, that's Jonathan Mazzella back in 8th.
And he's making moves.
Jr. also continuing his charge. He's now up to 4th. He's 2 seconds behind your race leader. Let's see if he can run a lap clean here. What his lap times would be compared to your leaders. Let's go on board.
24.9s for all of the leaders down the lap.
25 flat for Murphy while making a pass. We know this 48 machine in making limited starts, but he's got serious speed.
Only a half-tenth faster.
So he is a little bit quicker.
Might still be conserving a little.
Andy Quisenberry was able to get back on the racetrack, so he'll pass Tony Scarbo, and in 3 laps will pass Eric Shields. And now Mazzella is through, Landwehr is through. These guys also all pitted on lap 52, so the fresh tires are charging up to the front. That time by
2 tenths. Well, a tenth and a half.
He is pushing. There's a lot going on back through this field. Kyle Ritchie all the way up, trying to find a way around. That was the Larson line. I mean, that was as high as it can get here at Rockingham. And it's all the way down to the bottom side of the racetrack, making a pass on Michael Davis. Oh, trouble back in the pack. Ryan Taylor, Joseph Murata. Yellow is out. That's going to kill the strategy for Glenn Murphy Jr. and the others. It just looks like Murata got loose.
No, he got the wall and trying to pull himself off the wall.
Just nowhere for Tiller to go.
Just sad scenes there.
Yeah, that car would not turn anymore. And it breaks loose off the wall. Corey Blevins right through the middle. Ryan Tiller, it showed his back bumper falling off. But it's back. I don't know how much damage he actually has, but nothing he could have done about that one. Let's go find the 24 machine, Corey Blevins. Show the onboard view here. This was a close call for the 24. Good use of the brakes. And nice and easy, safe rejoin to the racing surface. Well done by Corey Blevins. So now we have an exact reversal of what just happened. The top 6 have stayed out, and 7th on back have fresh tires and will be chasing them down. Interesting strategy game again. Hanging out in the balance right now.
I mean, it's what you love to see. Sadly, not a, full green flag run with fuel strategy, but it's still fuel strategy.
It is, because if you think it's 60 laps here, you got to be thinking, hey, we can... they had 5 total sets of tires. 1 starter set, 4 in the pits. They all took one on lap 40. And some guys took some on 52, some guys took some on 66. So they've used 3 out of 5. starter set, lap 40, and then take your pick of 52 or 66. So 2 remaining for everybody, except, and I don't know why. I do know why, but it doesn't make sense here. Jonathan Schwartz has only pitted once on lap 42 for tires. So he has 3 sets remaining. Everyone else has 2.
Zach's scared with my arms hurt.
You're up 5 spots. I can't be hurting too bad. Car looks good. It's in one piece. You're in the playoffs, driver. Suck it up.
There's no time to be tired. This is what you race for.
That's off on top of the pace car. We're still a little bit short on fuel. Right around 20 laps or so. Pace car is off. So we'll see how they manage this. Oh, Mazzella spun the tires. Schwartz actually got a decent restart on 20 lap older tires than everybody else, but he's going to be getting swarmed by the guys behind him.
Immediately went 3 wide through the middle.
He realizes he can't get bogged down in traffic. He has the dominant car here tonight. Losing on a strategy call on the ride. He's got 14 lap pressure tires. He should be moving through this field. Schwartz actually hanging on.
This might be Randy's best chance to catch him in traffic and, make him fight for it.
Yeah, Schwartz one stopped on lap 42. See the split there, 52 for second, 34, 66 for Whitley and Arms. Murphy and Blevins, lap 52. So a good split of strategy right now going on inside the top 8. Schwartz hanging on way better than I thought he would, though. I'll give him that. But here comes Mark Whitley. He's a whole different ball game. 14 lap pressure tires. They're taking his line away, so he's going to have to dive down to the bottom mid-corner. It just shows you how well that car's working, and he's able to do that.
Team's almost effortless with him.
But he is stuck down on the bottom side, not able to get the momentum off corner. He'll hold third for a second. Randy Arms. Let's get to fourth. That's been his closest competition all night long. Tight in the top 3. The car's hitting the wall there, and this is actually hurting Whitley's tires a little bit. He's stuck down on his bottom, not able to get the move done. But he should have it done this time now. They're at least heading off into turn number 1. Half a car length across the stripe. Schwartz holding really tough though for picking on lap 42. He's doing a nice job. He's going to bring himself back into play if he gets another caution here. Randy, you saw the desperation there. Big send to the inside, trying to keep up with Mark Whitley. They're on the same tire strategy. Can't let him get away. The guys with newer tires start to filter their way towards the front of this field. A lot of battling further back as well. Really the entire field.
Battling for third, holding up Glenn Murphy Jr. Landwehr fighting Schwartz. Glenn Murphy nowhere to go. Mazzella now joining in. No, also nowhere to go.
Boxed in. Landwehr's kind of leading this party. He's plus 11. trying to hold off Glenn Murphy Jr., but Schwartz, I mean, look at this. There's Kyle Ritchie 3 wide. You don't really see that a whole lot here at Rockingham, but Kyle Ritchie's making it work. It's up 2 spots there.
And when you want to move forward, you're going to do anything you can to, get moving forward.
You don't know how many opportunities you're going to have left. You don't know how many cautions you're going to get. You don't know what the strategy is going to end up being. Oh, Schwartz gets punted there by Casey Brown, left for damage on the 58.
Casey Brown fighting that car. He had Dimian up under his bumper.
Front end damage to the 98. That's really a little bit of frustration there. Casey Brown, 14 lap pressure tires, not able to get around that 58. 21's going to find that. There's a bump draft at Rockingham down the back straightaway. And there's another
now
punt.
He's into the back one. We're 3 wide.
Oh, that's going to get tight on the exit. Demian, hang on to it. Oh, that is tight margins. I think Schwartz is just living to fight another day. Oh, but he did it. Oh, there we go. Michael Davis. Caution. Oh, Joseph Murata. You knew it wasn't going to work. Yellow out immediately. Davis toes. Engine is blown on board. And nothing he could have done about that one. And then on board here with Murata. We'll rewind this. They just lost him behind. I believe that was Landon Quisenberry. You see him come up a little bit, but you don't know how much, and then you kind of assume he's going to be stopped to try to get back down to the bottom, but that is not the case.
Holy
cow.
Forcing with those follow-up hits doesn't matter. I mean, he's right.
It's always the follow-up, never the initial contact. But, I mean, this is a whole, it's a lap in the making here. Really, the 98 in the back of the 58. Demian trying to make hay on his new tires. The 98 loose. It's really 2 laps in the making. You can kind of sense the desperation ramp up here a little bit. Which is weird because we're only on lap 80. There was time. But a bump draft there. A shot there. Now we're 3 wide. And they almost made it work. I mean, little contact there, but they're 3 wide at Rockingham. You don't see it a whole lot. They're 1 and 2. You're like, oh, how are they making this work? And then Schwartz backs out of it. You think they're good, and then that 21 just gets super tight into the wall, and here goes the 57. It was almost kind of a carbon copy of what different outcome, but it was Joseph Murata bouncing off the wall, getting into Ryan Tiller. This time it was Ryan Tiller bouncing off the wall, getting into Michael Davis. Obviously, it destroys Davis's car and Murata, so Ryan Tiller says, whatever you can do, I can do better. Maybe, I don't know. So now it's flipped again. The top 7 have stayed out. They put it on all the lap 66 guys that were coming up through the field. Now it flips back to the other guys. Lap 82. It flips again. So they only have 1 set of tires left. So it is literally flip-flopping every 20 laps or so almost.
Got Scarbo saying Randy for the win. I mean, he's sure going to try. He's been the best challenger so far.
Now they're on a tire disadvantage, so I'm thinking that, Landwehr, Schwartz, or Mazzella to take charge here. But we've had an uncharacteristically caution-filled race, so who knows how the tires are going to shake out. I can't predict a favorite right now. Looks like we'll have 15 cars on the lead lap. Race of attrition tonight at the Rock. And again going to the back. That's right, on top of the pace car, lap 86. We are getting very close to making this a one-stop from here as well, so we'll see how it plays out. Pace car is off. Mark Whitley in control, and he's gone. Casey Brown spins the tires. Outside line says thank you very much. 3-4 cars go on by. That allows Mazzella to be the first of the cars on fresh tires through. We'll see if he can take advantage. He's able to jump Schwartz. Actually, Landwehr's even further up. Holy cow, he is making hay immediately. Landwehr is gone. 3 wide back behind this group. Looks like maybe Landwehr might be in the catbird seat here. Just to the inside of the car, which he can't make the move stick. It looks like he will. Tire strategy. To the inside of Glenn Murphy Jr. Going to take a big send here to clear him. Get it done and get back to the throttle first with the fresh rubber. Slide up right in front of that 48. See, Glenn knows there's no point in fighting it back. He's got fresher tires. It's a better move right there. So hey, hopefully the strategy swings back to me, but if not, we'll pit when we need to and we'll get it back. Cars on your tire strategy at this point. 24.72 last lap for Landwehr, quickest lap of the race. They're going to have quicker than the race leader. Landwehr could have got a piece of the wall there. He sets off after Randy Arms for second. They're all red right now. Oh! Quisenberry off again. Take another look at this. Just very loose. That could have been disastrous for Demien. Quisenberry caught the apron. There's a little half spin. Four now under a blanket. Now Schwartz is clear. Next step that put it on lap 82 would be Corey Blevins. He's looking to crack the top 6. James Goodwin, Zach Scare side by side. Goodwin takes the spot. Move him up to 14. Landwehr for second. This will put him up 12 spots if he can make the move stick. He's going to slide up right in between them. Oh, Randy wasn't having it. Landwehr back to 5th.
Randy lost the spot because of it.
Now Mazzella through to second. I think Randy's done playing nice after last week. Was Schwartz that got Randy out of the lead last week at Indy. He was Landwehr's teammates. I don't think he appreciated that slide job. That's putting Whitley under pressure now. Mazzella able to clear. And we are side by side for the race lead.
Lap went to Mazzella.
And he
Whitley
is
backed
clear.
out of
And then we're able to repass Randy. No issues between them on track the second time around. Zella, I mean, he's got fresher tires. He's got the track position. Here comes Schwartz. With a little bit of left rear damage, but those fresh tires mean everything. 3/10 quicker on that lap for Schwartz. Can Mazzella hold on? We're approaching 50 laps to go. He's got 5 top 10s through the regular season. This would be a great time to pick up his first win of the season. Schwartz is closing in, little by little. Last lap, he was 0.08 of a second quicker. That's with that left rear damage too. So Schwartz started 5th. He's been quick all night.
He's still fighting the car too. Trying to get everything he can out of it.
Landwehr to 3rd, Corey Blevins to 5th, and he's closing in on Whitley. So the top 4 all pitted on lap 82. So that's the winning strategy as it stands right now. If you're Mark Whitley, you're the leader of the guys that pitted on lap 66. What do you do to get this back on level pegging? When do you come in and pit? They are just running away with it. They are opening up more and more of a gap.
Zaya's going to be loving what he sees in his mirror. Landwehr trying to fight Schwartz for P2.
That will slow them down temporarily, but if Landwehr's able to get clear, does he become a new threat to Mazzella? Inside of 50 to go.
Bobble there from Landwehr.
Oh, big slide there from Schwartz. Landwehr backs out of it. Now starts a new attack to the inside. Disappointing. Schwartz had to opt out of playoffs. But obviously, if you can't make every race, you're not going to go on to the round of 4 anyways. Landwehr through to 2nd. 4/10 behind Mazzella. Now a pit stop moving for everybody. Where he's instantly closed on Mazzella now that he's got by Schwartz. Coming back, the guys that put it on lap 66, they're going at it. Randy Arms again. Murphy Jr. It's the battle for 6th. Power sheet right there if something happens. In through the 6th. Battle for the lead now. Landwehr to the inside of Mazzella.
He is tight
there. Will slide through 1 and 2, but he's right there. Landwehr is the quickest car on the racetrack. Another big send to the inside.
Zaya's going to have to keep being defensive. Just pinch Landwehr down there if he wants to keep his spot.
One win this season for Landwehr, trying to make it 2. Be a great start to his playoffs. and we're not able to find a way through just yet. Coming on 40 laps to go. We're well within the final fuel window, so we should see pit stops any moment, especially from the guys that pitted at lap 66. This is excellent defensive driving from Mazzella. Being able to make the move. He also pitted on lap 82, so that cements the top 5 as guys that pitted on lap 82. Binion has to pull away. They're still trying to keep the momentum up on the high side, keep that 66 pinned down there, not let him get a run and get away. It has worked so far.
Where he's able to keep it close, though. I mean, that's the furthest he's been up beside Mazzella down a straightaway.
He's literally inching his way towards the lead.
Ooh, we've got a call from Randy in chat, pitting in.
That's
Randy
and
Glenn Murphy
a host of others. Oh my goodness. Everyone saw how big tires are. Not be left without them. What does this do for the leaders, though? They got ahead on a tire strategy now. Oh, yep, Lambert's pitting. He made that call right away. And honestly,
Willie's also coming in.
Honestly, I love the call because you're only going 38 laps to the end. This is great from Landwehr. He's trying to keep that track position. You imagine Mazzella and Blevins will have to respond. Same thing with Demian and Goodwin.
Yeah, Mazzella's getting woed up. Blevins is taking the lap.
You can keep going. You get the bonus point, though. So I imagine Landwehr will come out. The race leader, Schwartz. Off of 4. There is Landwehr on the exit. Oh, this is going to be closer than he would have wanted. But he does have 1 lap fresher tires now. And a 2-second lead.
Still going.
Mazzella, he's gonna wish that he could have pitted 1 lap sooner. He's gonna lose the lead here to Landwehr. Not on track, he'll be kicking himself. And there he goes, that 1 lap. Gonna put him back to 3rd net on track. 3 seconds because of it. Landwehr was a little bit quicker on pit road as well. So that had something to do with it. Blevins is now in. James Goodwin going to stay out, lead a lap. William Bowman and Zach Scare, the only other ones that haven't.
Goodwin smacking the wall right in front of Landwehr. That's a big scare.
Goodwin is in. So William Bowman will lead a lap. He's got to be very careful. I mean, you see it. The fresh tires versus tires at the very end of their life. I mean, it is dangerously slow compared to the guys that just pitted. And he'll finally yield. Zach Scare going to lead a lap. From worst to first, started 21st, currently runs first, but now it's we hand it back over to Landwehr. I imagine Scare pits next time by. 2 seconds over Jonathan Schwartz. And Scare's still going, why not? Caution. You just never know.
They were racing very aggressive, you know, coming out. Heck, they almost wrecked in front of Landwehr.
12 cars on the lead lap. James Goodwin and Tiller yet to unlap themselves. Zella, he's got the freshest tires of the top 3. Won't scare pits, obviously. Put it on 112, Shorts 110, Landwehr 111.
Landwehr running faster than both Shorts and Mazzella.
I think it's his race to lose at this point. He's looked very strong and on top of it. Kept himself out of trouble, nailed the tire strategy. Scarrett finally yields away. Landwehr will take the lead with 31 laps to go. He might not give it back. Let's go on board with the driver of the 66. Looking for his second win of the season. .9 seconds over Shorts. Gap continues to build, taking the shortest way around the racetrack on both ends. Just trying to click down these laps. We're in the corners at nearly 160 miles an hour. A little bit of lap traffic in front of him. 160 all the way down to 115-ish.
I think it's about 120-ish. Consistently see it on the speedo.
There's the battle for second. Mazzella with those fresh tires, 2 laps fresher than Shorts. We'll take that spot away.
And also bring Mark Whitley into it.
Yeah, Whitley's got 1 lap fresher tires than Shorts. This is another really good showing from Mazzella. He's plus 10. And 1.2 seconds of his 3-second gap is due to the time spent on pit road. 44.7 for Landwehr, 45.9 for Zella. And then the other 1.8 was that 1 lap on the fresh tires for Landwehr that made the difference currently in this race.
Got the 75 making moves on Whitley. And Schwartz. I think there would be some not so nice words exchanged if the 75 were to get into the back of the right now.
He's kind of doing his own thing right now. He's got that 16th spot locked up. Ooh, Whitley went for it. Saw some smoke coming out of the tires there. Overstepped their adhesion there a bit. Loses track position because of their position.
I think that was tactical from Whitley. He knew Quisenberry might be able to get around Schwartz and hold him up, so he's just going to drop behind him.
22 laps to go here in the American 150. They'll click off pretty quick. 25-second laps. How much life does the 77 have left in his tires? For Mark Whitley, a little slide there from Quisenberry to 75. For Whitley, you're like, oh, well, I probably had the race won until strategy got away from me. But you're not totally upset coming into the night. You know, regular season champ. You look at the point standings, he already had a bubble. Randy Arms is behind him. Yin is behind him. William K. Price. He was here tonight. He was not here. DeWalt, Tiller having issues. You're just thinking, oh, that's a pretty solid point, especially if you can get third.
I mean, to get third, he's going to have to fight for it.
That's true. He does not have third locked up by any stretch of the imagination.
I mean, I really thought he would. That 2-lap stretch there where he was fighting for his life. Schwartz not letting go.
Again, trying to get around Glenn Murphy Jr. Blevins going out, and that's the only battles we have right now. It is from 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's the battles we have. And we're continuing to pace the field 3.6 seconds ahead of Jonathan Mazzella, who's 1.2 seconds ahead of Shorts, who is fighting for his life to hang on to that 3rd and final podium spot with just 17 laps to go.
Mark Willig, he got into the bag of Schwartz there on the exit of 2. A little frustration as the race winds down.
He is all over him. And now that Schwartz opted out of the playoff, it's kind of fair game. So, all right, I got to go.
Well, he's going around the outside.
Power move there from 77. And he made it stick somehow. Oh, Glenn Murphy into the wall. Holds on to it. Randy will get through. Samuel Domien got through. Corey Blevins slowed up just a little bit. But then he'll definitely smell blood in the water there. He does get through to 3rd. Blevins around the outside. Oh, Glenn Murphy Jr. caught the apron there. Put him down to 8th. Just like that, all those battles kind of solidified themselves almost.
I mean, we got Demian closing in on Schwartz now, though.
Blevins, he's closing right in on Randy Arms, as we say that. 14 laps to go. Well, Randy, big slide there out of 2. Again, Corey Blevins smells blood in the water. Schwartz under pressure from Samuel Domien. Got lap traffic just ahead of him. Quisenberry was able to get around him and has been sailed off into the distance. Whitley has checked out though. 1.5 seconds behind Mazzella. I think he'll have enough time to catch.
I don't think Schwartz is going to be able to hang on here, but
the big send into 1 there. Randy hang on against Corey Blevins. Those are the final 2 battles we're watching. Glenn Murphy Jr. into the wall again. Here comes Kyle Ritchie. That has created the battle. Ritchie kept it clean and consistent. He'll get P8.
He tapped the wall there, though.
Corey Blevins looking to the inside. Demian looking to the inside. That's going to be contact. Almost spins himself out to the inside wall. And he'll lose all that progress. Just 11, now 10 laps to go. I don't think we'll have too many more shots left. Blevins still trying. Mike DeWalt is keeping Casey Brown within arm's reach as well here late. Blevins might have the move done this time by. Not 100% clear now. He gets off into 1. Hard fought there for 6th. Demien probably has one more shot. Schwartz here for 4th in the final couple of laps. And we're at 5 seconds clear up at the front. Ryan Tiller in danger of going a lap down, so he would have lapped up to 13th. If that was the case. Murphy Jr. into the wall again. Right side of the 48 machine has seen better days. DeWalt has caught Casey Brown in the closing laps. I don't know if that was lap traffic that had anything to do with that, or that 9 suddenly found something late. Again. 6 laps to go, and he'll slide up in front of Schwartz. And then Corey Blevins right with him.
We're trying to fight back. He was looking on the inside of him.
There's Kyle Ritchie on Randy Arms, and there goes Mike DeWalt and Casey Brown. So a lot happened here in these final couple of laps. To roll over just quite yet. Corey Blevins trying to make a move as well. And somehow, some way, Mark Whitley has caught Jonathan Mazzella for 2nd. So, holy cow, no one willing to yield an inch.
I think that would be possible. I thought Mazzella had P2 locked.
4 laps to go. Whitley has plenty of time. Get right to the back bumper. He's almost on the wall there. Look how good he is to the center of the corner. If you're Mazzella, you don't want to throw this result away, though. You don't want to lose it all. Get yourself turned or block yourself off into the inside wall. 3 laps to go. Blevins still trying his way on Schwartz. DeWalt was able to clear Casey Brown. Kyle Ritchie was able to clear Randy Arms. Back to the fight for 2nd. 2 laps to go.
They're doing everything he can to really keep that car in front of Whitley.
Doing a nice job taking his line away.
He hit the wall there.
I think Quisenberry just watching this battle, probably being entertained. He's stuck in 16th. It is Nathaniel Landwehr that takes us to the white flag. Race is official. One more time around in the American 150. Absolutely nailed the strategy here tonight. So goes through Thunder Alley one more time. No pressure in front or behind. For a little bit of damage, a little bit of battle scars. It's not going to matter. Nathaniel Landwehr out of 4 picks up his 2nd win of the season here at Rockingham.
Ooh, Whitley turns Mazzella.
And he's going to get turned by Quisenberry. And he's going to go all the way down 8th, probably 9th. In the final corner, we were cutting to it right after the Landwehr crossed the line. Let's take a look at what happened.
A little context to this. Whitley got under him through 1 and 2, or out on the exit of 2. He could have turned him there. He lifted. Whitley was trying to keep Mazzella from turning. But Mazzella was fighting real hard to maintain his spot.
Let's just watch the last lap here. That is a heartbreaking result for that 41. Yeah, I mean, he gets right in the back of him there. And not that Quisenberry had anything to do with the wreck. It was just so more that he was unfortunately there. He made it so much worse. The 41 probably could have saved it and got third, but so that's a bit unfortunate. Let's take a look at the far chase angle here. He's a little loose on entry. 77 gets back to the gas first and just gets him off centered on corner exit. He does back off, and right as he's about to save it, Quisenberry trying to get to the inside, thinking he's going to spin all the way down, but and that's just very, very unfortunate. I mean, he'll salvage a top 10, but he was in contention for the win. Let's go ahead and get your top 3 in here, started with your race winner. Here with the race winner tonight, Nathaniel Landwehr. What a time to pick up your second win of the season. And had a little strategy involved, not so much with fuel, but really with the tires. It was kind of back and forth through that midpoint of the race. A couple guys, group of 6 or 7 would pit, and they'd have the fast tires for 15, 20 laps, and then a caution would come out, and then another group would pit. And it was back and forth all night long, and you eventually made that lap 82 pit call, and it ended up being the winning move.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised kind of how the race played out. We had a lot of cautions. Wasn't really expecting that. I mean, this track's hard, real bumpy, real tough to hold on to the race car. But it was kind of a rough call. I threw multiple times throughout the night. I was regretting every pit stop I made, wishing I would have stayed out. But it worked out in the end. Track was constantly changing. What line was quick, how you had to pass people. And I was just able to adapt, and I think that's what got me the win. I mean, Mark had some crazy pace, but timed out my final pit stop with them and just gapped them as much as I could and held on to it. So,
absolutely, yeah, but no better time than the start of the playoffs to pick up your second win of the season, and you have all the momentum right now heading into the next 3 races, and some of that pressure's taken off, especially as we head into the wild card next week at Talladega.
yeah, that's gonna be a rough one. I mean, I thought this was, like I say, every time I end up in here, it usually seems like I wasn't really expecting a good finish. And I mean, started P14 on the board, and I bought this track 2 hours before the race. So
that was a worthwhile investment for sure.
We adapted and worked out.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, and we'll let you get any shout-outs if you have any.
Yeah, thank you. Let's see, shout-outs. I mean, all the people watching back home. Wonderful fiance sitting here behind me, watching me race. She didn't even know I won until I said it, but we'll take her presence here, her support. Thank y'all guys for doing what you do, putting on a great show. I mean, I love going back and watching it. All the people love watching it. Just kind of everyone involved around here makes for a good time.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate the kind words as always. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week at Talladega.
Yep, see you.
Here with your runner-up, Mark Whitley, tonight. Another strong finish for your regular season champion, and he's probably wishing the cautions would have fallen a little bit differently. Like we talked with Landwehr, they were going back and forth on which group ended up being, it ended up working out in their favor, and it was the guys that put it on lap 82. So you had to kind of make a recovery drive in the second half of the race, pitting on lap 66. But you're able to do so, getting back up to P2. You probably had race-winning speed at times tonight, but have to settle for a P2 here tonight.
Yeah, first off, I just want to apologize to James. That last corner there, I went in there just trying to give him a little bump, trying to move up the hill and get him loose, and either I just hit him way harder than I meant to, or there might have been net code, but I got into him and it kicked him so far sideways. Felt really bad. I didn't want to wreck the guy for a second. I was just trying to give him a little nudge and so we can try to do some Ricky Craven and Kurt Busch, type finishes there, but felt really bad. I was trying to get through there clean and just wanted to give him a little bump and run. And I thought he had it saved, but that lap car that was for some reason hanging on my rear the whole last 30 laps decided, he was there and didn't know anywhere to go, and kind of cleaned him out. So I feel bad for that because James was running second, and if I didn't try to go in there and bump him a little bit, he probably would have finished second or third. But feel bad for that. So not how I wanted to finish the night, but yeah, the strategy kind of got called out on it. I was 50-50 on whether I wanted to pit there on lap 80, whatever it was, and I just thought it was too soon. I didn't want one set of tires the rest of the race. It seemed like the way the race was going, we'd get good green flag runs, but then we'd get some cautions. So I really thought we'd get another caution in there somewhere, and then that would have flipped strategy with us again. But second place is pretty good. Like I said, should have been third. Just sometimes it's not your night. Sometimes you just get beat by really good strategy. And for the first time I think ever here, I had really good speed on the long run, short run, and I led the most laps. This track up until very, very recently, as in like a week ago, was easily my worst track. And I finally kind of figured out how to run here, and it feels good because this is one of the tracks that's kind of near where I grew up. So it's nice to finally be able to be decent around here and know how to get around here. Was hoping for a win, but second place to start the playoffs is always good. Shout out to Brantley. He's made this quick little throwback scheme for me. I almost forgot it was a throwback week, and I realized it last night, and I'm like, hey Brantley, can you throw a quick throwback for me? Thankfully, he already had this one kind of done for another car, and he just transferred it over here, and he does awesome work. So it's one of my favorite paint schemes Jeff Ward ever ran, and I'm glad I could get a chance to run it here tonight.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on a strong recovery drive, and let's get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Oh yeah, well, like I said, first off, huge congrats to Nathaniel. That was a hell of a strategy. He had quick speed all night, and once you put strategy and speed together, then it's hard to beat anybody. No matter who you are, it's going to be hard to beat. So shout out to him for winning the first race of playoffs tonight. Shout out to like I said, Brantley, my spotter. Usually he had other commitments tonight. He wasn't on the spotter stand, but he did great work on my paint scheme, so I think he made up for it. Huge shout out to the rest of the league. I know this track's really difficult. I know we had a few cautions tonight, but all in all, I thought it was pretty good. And shout out to you for putting on a great broadcast. Should be fun to go back and watch. And one more time, I just want to apologize to James because didn't deserve to get run over like that. And I was just, like I said, just boneheaded move on my part.
Absolutely. We'll appreciate the kind words, and we'll see you next week at Talladega.
Sounds good.
You're with your third place finisher tonight, Samuel Demien. And you and that turn to wall were having kind of a slugfest at one point, looking like you were getting into it a couple times, but able to keep the car mainly in one piece and grind out a hard third-place finish. Strategy fell in your favor, and you're able to keep up with the changing track and get at a podium finish here tonight.
Yeah, we did get the Rockingham stripe on the side of the car tonight. I'd like to apologize to Michael. I know I hit that turn 2 wall and came down onto him, and once you hit that wall, there's really no control in the car, which is tough. And that was the battle all night, I guess, for everybody, is trying to control that car off the turns. But it's always good getting a podium finish, starting the playoffs. Can't complain about that.
Absolutely. It takes a little bit of the pressure off, knowing that next week's Talladega, but you kind of started out really well, got some good points. Obviously next week the ultimate wild card.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see how Talladega plays out. It's going to be, do you want to be aggressive or kind of hang back and play? You just got to play your cards right. So it's going to be an interesting next week for sure to see how that all plays out.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on a hard-fought third place. We'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Yeah, just shout out to my buddy Harris. He created this paint scheme. It's kind of almost a rip-off of the Mac Tonight scheme. Harris does great NASCAR design work, worked for a few NASCAR teams, has some great designs on his shop too. I'll throw his Instagram in the chat just to plug in that. But he does some really cool throwback stuff for NASCAR if you guys want to check him out. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, appreciate putting on a good show tonight, and we'll see you next week at Talladega.
Thanks, guys.
here with Landon Quisenberry. Comes home 16th place tonight, and I think tonight specifically really sums up the entire season in terms of the kind of luck you've been receiving. You had a couple self spins, self inflicted things, but you're able to mainly recover from that. The big incident tonight, though, you had a little half spin down to the inside wall. You get it stopped, and just as you're about to get going, there's a checkup behind you, and then a car literally kick flips off of you.
Yeah. At best, just the season. It's a little frustrating, and just I don't know, kind of pitiful overall. I'm mad at a bunch of things myself. I mean, the self instance at the end, I just didn't care anymore. I was already junked. I mean, the guy that spins on lap one in third gets to keep his spot, and then doesn't. I cut him slack the first time. That was the first self spin. Then I get to him again after the restart, and he doesn't cut me slack again. I'm like, all right, well, everyone else has kind of run me up, so I run up off the corner and I pay for it, and then get cleaned out again like it was Michigan. And then, I just tried to run. I had pace with the top 5, I felt like, and I think that showed in the last run. I was at the 77, who was wondering why I was on his door. It was the only time I felt like I'd be able to race someone all year. So, that's why that. I mean, he was about near wall riding about every chance he got, and I honestly knew he was gonna just flat out run over Jonathan Mazzella, and I knew it. I tried to check up. I feel bad that Mazzella got off my nose, but I saw it coming from a mile away on the last lap. Honestly, I feel like I should be thanked because I pushed him to race harder the last run to get to the 41 to even do that. So, yeah, I don't know. I just had a good looking throwback, and that's about all I can say at this point. I just need something to go my way to warrant me spending the amount of time I do racing on Tuesday nights, because it's frustrating.
Yeah, I definitely can understand the frustration, but Talladega next week, anything can and will happen, and hope to see some luck finally breaking your direction.
We'll see. Probably not, though, but we'll see.
Take care. Here with Corey Blevins, strong 4th place finish tonight. The race did not start the way you would have wanted it to. Lap 1, turn 1, a little bit of a half spin. Didn't hit anything, and then it was all about kind of settling in and getting into a rhythm from there.
Yeah, it was an interesting race. Felt like I was involved in half the wrecks tonight, in one shape or form. There was one there where I was, almost head on destroyed. I think it was lap 65 or something like that. But I
That
think
one where
that's
you
my
split
best.
the middle, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was my best finish of the season too. So maybe I need to keep a actual Jeff Gordon scheme on it. Maybe.
Yeah, but you looked really good out there. You nailed the strategy and had some really good long run pace, and are keep in touch with the leaders for a good portion of tonight. And a really good time to start finding some good momentum.
Yeah, I hope so. I can kind of do whatever. I don't have to get stage points and do all this that the people that are in the chase are doing. So it definitely leaves some room for strategy for sure.
Absolutely. Well, solid 4th place finish tonight. Look forward to seeing you next week at Talladega.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks.
Hello.
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 Hello there.
Here with the rest of the Speed Zone guys. Casey Brown, Jonathan Shorts, Randy Arms, Ryan Tiller, Damien. Just a really hard race there tonight. Changing track conditions, strategy calls going back and forth. Tires were changing every 20 laps. And just a really difficult track to come here and race at, for sure.
It was definitely a challenge. We'll say that.
Randy, you were had probably the closest speed to Mark Whitley in that first run. You were matching him pretty good up to that first stage, but you were one of the ones kind of got backwards on tires. You would pit, and then 20 laps later, the caution would come out, and you'd kind of be off sequence again.
Yeah, we definitely got on the wrong end of that. So not only did we have the long run after they got on the good side of it, the track changed a lot as well and changed the way the cars are driving. Just never could get the track position back. So I was actually definitely happy with the speed we had. Thought we had top 2 or 3 car, but this, this is just how the strategy goes sometimes. So it is what it is.
Definitely. Casey Brown, you were having a really good run going up until late. Ended up P11. Great looking throwback, though. What's the main takeaway from tonight?
Basically never come back to this track again. We qualified fourth. I was really happy with that. I knew it was going to be a lot of patience, take and give, or not really
What?
give, but I don't know. We just came home 11th. I was really looking for a top 10, but we just didn't have any tires there at the end. And yeah, the only thing we can take away is we're 7th in the point stands right now. So some other drivers had some misfortune. So we'll take it and move on to wherever the hell we go next.
Talladega.
Talladega.
Oh God.
And Ryan Taylor, really sporty looking throwback here tonight. +5 from where you started, but what was the main takeaway from you tonight?
I don't know. I had a strategy call. Decided to pit and take tires and then repair damage, and thought I was gonna be off cycle from a lot of these guys, and hopefully strategy play out. And got caught up at the wrong place at the wrong time, and I appreciate Corey for not flat out taking me out. And when I was sitting in the middle of the track, all I saw was a 24, and I was like, "Oh, here we go." But brought the 23 home in at least 2 other pieces, but I don't know. I got a bone to pick with whoever put this on the schedule. I don't know. So
Yeah, made for an interesting race for sure. And then next week Talladega, so right back into the fire for everybody. So looking forward to it, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
all right,
Yeah,
we'll
thank
see
you.
ya.
Thank you.
And here with the Atomic Motorsports guys, James Goodwin, Joseph McGill. We'll start with you, Joseph. You were the first man in a long time that has been upside down in this league, checking up for a wreck ahead of you, and then just getting the slightest of contacts from the guy behind you, not seeing it, and just the worst possible angle at the car that was already stopped.
I told James, I was like, yeah, I got set off the track and somehow went right into the guy who was already off the track. Out of all the places, that's just classic. But it was good to be out there. I didn't have a whole lot of faith in myself because I didn't spend a lot of time on the track, but it went about as well as I expected it to.
Yeah, well, you got the wreck of the night award. I guess you take that home from the
Oh,
throwback
thank you.
race.
Thank
But
you.
yeah,
Appreciate
not a whole lot of people are upside down in this league, but especially at Rockingham, that was not what we had on our list tonight. But it happened. It's just
And
one of
I only
those
had
things,
35 minutes of required repairs.
There you
so
go.
That's something to speak of.
Yeah.
Hey, was there any hang time for the Air Taco Award or no?
Yeah, you got the Air Taco Award, and then I just saw the screenshot you posted, James. A little slideways at a couple points here tonight. You were wheeling that 11 machine, good looking throwback tonight. Coming home P12.
Yeah, cannot be upset because that was that I did not. As Joe and I came into this race, we did not have high hopes for it. This track was anything but easy, and somehow managed to bring it home 12th. And the track definitely came around there that last like 50, 60 laps. The car felt good, the track felt good, and I was able to keep it together. Had a little bit of contact here and there, but it's expected.
Yeah, definitely with the strategy changes that were kind of changing on the fly every 20 laps in the middle point of the race. And then I heard a lot of guys say the track changed itself. The conditions felt a lot different from the beginning to the end. Definitely look a handful up there tonight.
Oh yeah, it was a handful to say the least. The bumps on those corners or something, and I know a lot of guys were feeling bad. I mean, Landon actually apologized to me for getting into me where that picture is. I was like, dude, I almost did that probably 10 times with somebody else. Like, it is what it is, and I managed to save it, so it looked cool.
Yeah, it did. That's just vintage Rockingham, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, next week, totally different circumstances. Go Talladega, and a whole new ball game there for sure.
I'll be missing out on that one, but I'll be watching.
Absolutely.
I'll be representing Atomic.
Yeah. There you go. Well, looking forward to it, fellas, and we'll see James, see you in chat, hopefully watching, and then Joseph, we'll see you on track at Talladega next Tuesday.
Yep.
Hey,
All right,
Thanks again.
Hey, McGill did get the Air Taco Award, by the way.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He had to. Yep. Yeah. Have a good one.
Hey, later.
Art had to dip out of the booth, but that'll do it from us here at YJ Media. And the American 150 won by Nathaniel Landwehr. Brilliant strategy calls and adapted to the changing track the best. And he comes home a winner here tonight. Only 13 cars on the lead lap. Brian Taylor just barely hang on to a lead lap finish. Samuel Demian rounds out your top 3. Kyle Ritchie rounds out the top 5. Mike DeWalt rounds out the top 10. All the way down to Joseph McGill, winner of the Air Taco Award tonight. Brandon French did not grid up, so he did not actually record a 22nd place finish here this evening. 21 drivers. Next week, like we mentioned, we head to Talladega for round 2 of 4 for the LSRL Xfinity Series playoffs as we continue to work towards trimming this field from 12 to 4. But this Saturday, the sold-out LSRL Daytona 500. This Saturday, looking forward to that. It'll be broadcasted right here live on YJ Media. So looking forward to that. Stream will be up a little bit before 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. A full 500-mile race this Saturday. So looking forward to that. The LSRL Daytona 500. And then next Monday, we'll kick off the Affinity Racing Series Next Gen season at Daytona as well. So got a lot of plate tracks coming up. Super Speedway's on the schedule. And really happy about that. And then this Friday, we're back with an interim broadcast, a Rod Car Puffer Zone Network. Will be unavailable this Friday, so that'll be handed to us as well. 87s at Talladega. So we've got a full plate this week. Looking forward to it. And we'll see y'all this Friday for Rod Car. Y'all take care. Have a great week.